What's going on, YouTube? Ryan back from Dopamon again. Today, I'm going to talk about my ideas, what I think the Leafs should do for a playoff lineup, assuming the people who are day-to-day are no longer injured and will be in the lineup day one. I'm only assuming that Peter Mrazek and Andre Kasha will not be available for game one. I'm assuming that Michael Bunting, that Jake Muzzin, that Matthews, Campbell, anyone with, day-to-day injuries right now is going to play game one. That's what I'm going to assume here. Obviously, everyone's hurt. It's the end of the NHL regular season. Everyone has something wrong with them. But we're going to assume that everyone is healthy game one. If not, maybe if it's confirmed closer to the date, maybe we can make another video. The Leafs playoff scenario is this. They are locked into the second position in the Atlantic Division. They will play either Tampa Bay or Boston. If Tampa Bay wins Friday night, their game against the Islanders, they will be the third seed. Full stop. If they lose, they have a chance getting bumped by the Boston Bruins, who play the Leafs. So the Leafs have a little bit of a chance to, figure out their own destiny here. If Boston wins or gets a point in with a Tampa loss, the Leafs will play Boston. Because I think the Bruins have more regulation overtime wins or whatever the first tiebreaker is. They have the first tiebreaker on Tampa. So if they're tied in points, Boston will get that third seed. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Thursday night, we'll know exactly who the Leafs play. But for this video, we're just going to go through all the lines, what I think Sheldon Keefe should do, so on and so forth. We'll discuss it. Goalies is easy. Jack Campbell's your goalie. Jack Campbell's your starter. I do not want Erik Källgren to play. He's been very good. This is the playoffs, though, and if we're playing Tampa or Boston, they need to go up against either Andrei Vasilevskiy or one of Swayman or Ullmark, who've had very good seasons. So I want Campbell in the net. All right? I think that's easy. I think we can all agree on that. First D pairing. I have Morgan Rielly and Ilya Lyubushkin. This pair has been Sheldon Keefe's go-to pair with Morgan Rielly for the last few weeks. That tells me that they've moved away from the Rielly-Brody pairing. Lyubushkin is a guy that you want in the playoffs, to be completely honest. Big body, moves people. He's my guy here with Rielly. Second pair, I got Jake Muzzin, TJ Brodie. This is just the next logical step. If Brodie isn't with Rielly, he's with Muzzin. And they have been playing these two together when Jake Muzzin is in the lineup. If he's not, TJ Brodie's kind of like he's played with Giordano the odd time. He's played with Rielly the odd time. But I think they're waiting. I think they want to put Muzzin and Brodie together. And last pairing, Mark Giordano and Timothy Liljegren. If you had asked me this 6 months ago, I don't know if I'd put Timothy Liljegren in my playoff lineup. But he's been so good with Mark Giordano. He really has. That pair is incredible. I don't know if it's Gio or Liljegren taking a step, or if it's Gio bringing Liljegren up to his level. I think Liljegren has bumped Justin Hall out of the lineup. And just as my extra guys, Rasmus Sandin and Justin Hall. Rasmus Sandin is another guy I'm going to assume is playing, but they have 4 left-handed shots with Rielly, Muzzin, Brodie, and Gio. I don't think Sandin really gets in this lineup unless there's an injury. What it comes down to, I think Rielly, Muzzin, Brodie, and Gio are locks. They are in this lineup. I don't think you take any of them out. It comes down to whether you like two of Lyubushkin, Liljegren, and Hall. I like Lyubushkin. We know Hall does not work with Morgan Rielly. Justin Hall cannot play with Morgan Rielly. They've tried it. It doesn't work, guys. Lyubushkin, Gio could work if you put Brodie up with Rielly. You could put Hall in there, but then you bump Liljegren out of the lineup. And I think that Gio Liljegren lineup has been too good to not have it. So for right now, Justin Hall is my 7th defenseman. We'll see. We'll see that going forward. Now, first line forwards. This is the easiest thing on this board is Bunting, Matthews, and Marner. They've been the first line for a long time. Assuming Michael Bunting is healthy and he goes, that's the first line. That's easy. If he's not healthy, I think you might see Kerfoot up there, and then everything shifts around. But this is probably my biggest, I don't know about a hot take in a lineup video, but my second line is Alex Kerfoot, John Tavares, and William Nylander. William Nylander has been playing down on the third line for a few weeks now in an effort to spread out Austin Matthews, Tavares, Nylander, and Marner. It's worked very, very well. He's worked well down there. I think he's played with Kasha and Engvall primarily. Or not Kasha, Kampf. Kampf and Engvall primarily. Kerfoot can play anywhere. We know that William Nylander and Alex Kerfoot played very, very, very well in the playoffs last season. They're arguably their two best skaters, other than Jack Campbell and Net. Their two best forwards last year against Montreal were William Nylander and Alex Kerfoot. John Tavares was not in that series for the most part. So you put him down the middle and not Kerfoot. I think they played with Jumbo last year. Anyway, that's my second line. My third line is a line that they have had all year, and I know Sheldon Keefe loves, is Pierre Engvall, David Kampf, and Ilya Mikheyev. This is the best third line combo we've had all season. David Kampf is a very, very good defensive centerman who can win faceoffs. Engvall and Mikheyev are so fast. Both, like, everyone talks about Mikheyev's speed. We don't talk about how fast Pierre Engvall is. Other than Mikheyev, you have Kerfoot, Engvall. Like, as far as foot speed goes, those are probably the top three. Engvall and Mikheyev have to show up in the playoffs for me. In order for the Leafs to be successful, this third line has to show up, and they have been so good this year. So I would put them back together. If Bunting is hurt, I think you can shift this around to what we have seen it. I think you put Kerfoot with Matthews. I think you put JT with Willie, Mikheyev and Willie, or Mikheyev and Kasha if he's healthy. And then you can have Nylander, the Nylander Engvall Kampf line, as we've seen it the last couple weeks. But this is, I think, our top nine, our best top nine for any opponent, no matter who we're playing. Fourth line is where I get confusing, or a little confused on what I want. But ultimately, I don't think a fourth line loses or wins you a series. I want guys who can go out there and play different roles. I want guys who are hungry on the fourth line. These four guys for me are the ones I want. I want Wayne Simmons, Colin Blackwell, and Jason Spezza. Wayne Simmons is a playoff guy. We have had him all year. We re-signed him for the playoffs. He's not built for the regular season. He's built for the playoffs. Colin Blackwell, underratedly, is as well. He hits people. He's an absolute cannonball out there. And Jason Spezza is Jason Spezza. I had a very hard time keeping him out of the lineup. I really wanted to at times. I think Clifford has merit if he pushes Wayne Simmons to his strong right side. But I think Jason Spezza is Jason Spezza, and you have to have him in your lineup at least for game one. And that leaves us with extra forwards, Kyle Clifford, Nick Abruzzese, who I think has actually played very well, and Andrei Kasha. I think Kasha is possible for the first, maybe second round, if the Leafs get there, cross their fingers. I don't know if he's done for the year. When I saw the hit, my immediate thought was he's done. But apparently he's feeling better. He's feeling healthy enough to skate, I believe. He skated the last little bit. I have IR next to him. If he's healthy and ready to go, I don't know if I would have him in the lineup right away. He's been out for a long time. I would have him as, premier injury forward fodder. Like, if any one of your forwards gets hurt on the wing, I think you just slide him into that spot immediately. If Marner gets hurt, if Nylander gets hurt, if Kerfoot gets hurt, if Spezza, you want to give Spezza, he's not keeping up or something, you can slot him in on any wing and make the line work. He's that good. I don't know whether you'd put Spezza or Kasha on my fourth line if they were both available. I think I'd at least have to go Spezza game one, though. But yeah, that's my lineup. That's what I want to see. I want to know what you guys think. in the comment section down below, what do you think the Leafs should do for game 1 of the playoffs? I think no matter who they are playing, they play this lineup. And you adapt as the series goes on. If guys aren't playing well, or if Lyubushkin keeps getting walked with Morgan Rielly, then you put Brody back on that line and you slide Hall in for Lyubushkin with Muzzin, or you put Liljegren out if it's too physical for him. I don't know. I don't know what exactly. The defense is the hardest thing for me. I think the forwards is fairly safe. The defense is the hardest, but that's a good thing. I think this is a good problem to have. They have for defensive depth. The fact that Carl Dahlstrom is not, his name does not appear here is awesome, because if we get to Carl Dahlstrom playing in the lineup, you've gone too far. So hopefully we aren't injured that bad in the first round. But yeah, that's what I think. Let me know what you think. Like I said before in the comments, leave a like on this video. Subscribe if you're new, if you found this video and recommendations. We are on the road to 1,000 subscribers, so we'd really appreciate your subscription here. We talk all hockey, not just the Leafs. We got draft stuff coming up. We got playoff previews coming up. Let us know what you want to see from us. And that's it for me for now. Peace.